Hey, this is Zeb Turrentine. I'm a classical guitar builder, and this is a quick tuning machine installation tutorial. First, the tools you'll need: a pin vise for the mounting screw holes, a marking awl centering new hole locations, a toothpicks for filling old holes, a razor blade for flushing out the filled holes, a 5/16" dowel with sandpaper to enlarge roller holes as needed. Of course, you need your number 1 screwdriver, your new mounting screws, and finally, a little bit of beeswax for easy threading of the screws into the new holes. You can find my tuner installation kit, which is sometimes modified as needed, at classicalguitartuners.com/installation. All right, now step 1, you want to fill your old mounting holes. You start out by cleaning out the old holes with your 1/16 inch drill bit, and then you're going to take an 1/8 inch dowel or a tapered toothpick, and you're going to fit it to your old holes. This 1/8 inch dowel works really well for me because it's a little oversized. So if an old tuning machine has a really large screw for some reason, you can just size it custom. And once you get it sized, you can just dip it in a little bit of Titebond wood glue, squeeze the booger in there, make sure some glue gets in the hole, of course. Yeah, push it in there really nice and tight. I like to just first clip it flush with some little nippers. Voila! Clean up some glue with a shop towel. All right, now I like to use a razor blade with some magic tape guarding the edges. It's a common trick for repair people to avoid damaging the surface of doing finish repairs on guitars. Okay, so we're just going to flush it out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close. You don't want it to jut out very much and prevent your plate from sitting flat. All right, step 2. Now you're going to fit your rollers by enlarging the holes as needed. All right, this particular step is something you have to do usually for the S4, S5 roller, or on the Der Young or the Gotha rollers that have the bearings, which are about 10.2 millimeters. So I am just using a little roller that's detached from the tuning machines just for the video to help you see how it fits in. All right, so now test the fit. Now you want to orient it so that the worm is towards the top of the headstock in relation to the gear. And whenever you test the fit, you don't want to push it in too hard, right? You don't want any grain tear out on the inside. And if it's a little bit too tight and you have to use too much force, then just back off, very carefully pull it back out, and just ream the holes out a little bit more with some sandpaper and a dowel. If you have a 13 32nd inch drill bit, which I do sell, then you can ream these out with a drill bit on a finished guitar. However, make sure you have it in reverse so you don't tear out the grain. All right, so here we go. We're testing the fit again. All right, that's good. Perfect. Now, once it fits, make sure your rollers are turning smoothly. If you have any of the holes out of line, then that might cause problems with gear alignment. This one seems pretty good. So we're going to move on to step 3. Go make new pilot holes for the plate mounting screws. And this is where you're going to need your marking awl. I make one for the kit, just using a nail and a dowel, making it really freaking sharp. So you probably want to destroy it after you use it. And so you just want to make sure that you are giving the new hole a real easy way to find the center of the plate mounting hole. Once you have got it, then take your 1/16 inch a bit with a pin vise. And I like to actually go in reverse with the bit a little bit just to seat the bit. And once you get the hole drilled, you can take a screw, get your beeswax, put your new screw in with some of that beeswax on it. And I go in most of the way, but not all the way down yet, especially with the De Young screws. I'll screw it back out. Because these screws a little bit long, then I'm going to clip the tip. There you go. And I'm going to reseat it. And you don't have to put wax on it again. And that wax will really help you, especially with a really nice brass screw. You're not going to twist it and break off the head, which can happen sometimes. There we go. All right. Hey, check out the website, buy my installation kit if you need it, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.